where when someone approaches you for a service, or someone approaches you for a suggestion, or someone approaches you to tell you something, you listen to him, and for sure you say he's telling the truth, because you're not worried that he will be lying. So imagine the trust that will be built in the society, and the kind of strong society we will have. Yani someone approaches you as a father to propose to your daughter, and he tells you, I do this and I do that, and he's being truthful, and all you hear is great stuff. If we have a society like that, then we will be comfortable marrying our daughters to such person. But the problem is, they come and they tell us all these good things. Yani some of them maybe even will walk to your house the first time, and he has the prayer rug in his hand, but he doesn't pray, and he's abusive. The point is, because they don't understand the importance of telling the truth. So the Prophet ﷺ says, guarantee 6 things, I guarantee for you Jannah. You want paradise? Then you do 6 things. The first one is you tell the truth when you speak. Tell the truth, and don't be afraid. وَأَوْفُوا إِذَا وَعَدْتُمْ. And when you promise, you fulfill. When you promise, you fulfill. And this thing is, these days, rarely to find that people promise and fulfill. Wallah al-musta'an. Today it's a society that we live in where people promise, like promising is like eating hummus. They promise right and left, like opening a can of Coke and drinking it. Doesn't care. He will promise and he will bring you al-mawathiq, wal-ma'ahid and everything, wal-uhud, but he doesn't care. Once he gets what he wants from you, like nothing happened. Did not know that his promise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is witness on it. Doesn't understand that. He'll come to you and he asks to borrow some money, and he promises you he'll give you back in a month. And he gets the money to pay back in a month. But you're lucky if he tells you next month, because most probably he's going to tell you, you never gave me anything. And that is the reality we live in. That's a society we deal with, because people have deviated away from the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and got stuck with the material. Usually when it comes to material, promises is something spiritual. Promise is something intangible. So it's not important to them. It's not. But the $1,000 he borrowed, or the $200 he borrowed, tangible. That's money. That means if he's going to pay you back, his money will be $200 less. That is the reality. Because they disconnected from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They disconnected from the law of Allah. That is very important. That is why it's important. Fulfill your promises. So first, tell the truth. And if you tell the truth, most probably you're going to fulfill your promise. Because when you promise, if you say, I promise you I'm going to pay you back, and you don't fulfill, and your intention is not to do, that means you're a liar. So if you're telling the truth, you will fulfill your promises as a result. وَأَدُّوا إِذَا أَتُمِنْتُمْ. The same idea. When someone trusts you with something, you'll be at that level of trust. وَاحْفَظُوا فُرُوجَكُمْ. And protect your chastity. Your private parts. You do it in a halal way. You want to fulfill your natural desires, you do it in a permissible way. That is marriage. In Islam, it's only marriage. It's only marriage in this time we live in. So you do it in a halal way. وَغُضُّوا أَبْصَارَكُمْ. And lower your gaze. And lowering the gaze will result for you to protect your chastity. Because usually the whole thing of infidelity and the whole thing of adultery or fornication starts with a look. نظرة فابتسامة. Everything starts with a look. He takes a look, he doesn't lower his gaze, he doesn't control his eyes, and then it develops. Takes a look at someone working with him, she takes a look at him, he takes a look at her, then they smile at each other, then they say a word, good morning, all that, then they're في حيث بيس. Then it's too late. So it's very important, lowering the gaze. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mandated on this ummah for a reason. for a reason. وَكُفُّوا أَيْدِيَكُمْ. كُفُّوا أَيْدِيَكُمْ يعني protect your hands from committing the haram. And everything that you can commit haram with your hands, you control yourself. So here you have 6 things that you do. The Prophet ﷺ guarantee for you paradise. Tell the truth, fulfill your promise, be trustworthy. Yani when someone trusts you, you protect your chastity, you lower your gaze, and last, protect your hand from the haram. Control your hands from the haram, and Allahu musta'an. The benefits of telling the truth. A lot of benefits come from telling the truth. And understand that حِبَالُ الْكَذِبِ قَصِيرًا. As they said, the ropes of lying are short. You can lie, but for how long? You can lie, for how long? You're going to get exposed. And as they say in plain English, you're going to get busted. That is the reality. A lot of people, they can lie, and they manage to lie for years. And with a small mistake, they get caught. Maybe a voicemail. Maybe a text message. Maybe someone like Tiger Woods. For years, the man managed to lie. Got caught. And how many people do that? People that the history has shown and exposed, and people still lied and they think they'll never be caught. And time will come very soon, inshallah, yarhamukumullah, very soon they will be exposed. That is the reality. The ropes of lying are short. Yani you can hold to this rope of lying for too far, and then you will come to the end of this rope. But the truth is connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is nothing to be exposed when you tell the truth. So the benefit of telling the truth, first, it's one of the characters of the believers. One of the characters of the believers and of those who fear Allah, they tell the truth. They don't lie. They don't come together. And they go together, fearing Allah and telling the truth. So to be a believer, you have to tell the truth, and that is one of the benefits. Second, as we said, one of the reasons to get to paradise. Telling the truth will get you to heavens, as the Prophet ﷺ has said. Third, you gain the love of people and the trust of people. When people know someone is lying all the time, they want to avoid him. They don't like him. That is the reality, yani. If they know that they're going to stand with you for 5 minutes, and you're going to talk to them for 5 minutes, and 4 out of the 5 minutes you're telling them lies. So why they want to hang out with you? Why they want to listen to you? Okay? So usually the liar is not liked by anyone. The truth, people will appreciate you. People will love you. Yani telling the truth in business. When you are truthful in your business, people want to come to you. But when you tell them this shirt is $10 on me and I'm going to give it to you for 11, make $1. But the reality, it's $5. And this is major sin in Islam. And some people swear. Yeah, some businessmen will swear. Wallahi, it's my price is $10. And he's lying, but he wants to sell. That's a major sin. And that invalidates the contract, the buying and selling contract. But the point is, if people know that you tell the truth, they want to come to you because they trust you. Alright? So that is one of the benefit. Also, as we said, the Prophet ﷺ said, Al-Sidq tuma'nina. Telling the truth gives you tranquility. Give you peace of mind. Yani, for example, someone doing something wrong and he lies to his wife. For example, yeah. Every time she calls him and he sees her caller ID, on the caller ID, he sees her number or her phone, he freaks out. Isn't this the... Or someone who did someone wrong or lied to someone. Every time he calls him, he might not answer him. Right? And he's worried. And he comes to the masjid and from far he stays in his car for like few minutes to see if this brother is coming to the masjid or not, because he doesn't want to face him. If he makes sure he's not in there, he comes in. If he sees his car or he sees him walking around, he might not even come in the masjid. He's worried. He's always in stress. People who lie, always afraid. A phone rings, he's worried. He's worried to come across the